So sometimes those offensive linemen, they don't show up unless they're guys making a lot of sacks or they're getting a lot of penalties or jumping offside. We had a couple of false starts again that was discouraging a bit, but it was encouraging. We only had 5 penalties for about, I think, 30, 35 yards in the course of the game. And I don't think our defense had a penalty the entire game. So it was, the guys played with pretty good discipline, and we believe that should happen every game here.
Steve, you mentioned King's situation. Does that mean Culliver's situation is cleared up? And is there any resolution or timetable to Wesley Saunders' situation?
You'll have to ask someone else about all that. So I'm not sure. No, it hadn't been cleared. Nothing's been cleared up yet. Put it that way. That's your question. Yeah.
To follow up on that, is there some frustration on your part that you aren't getting earlier word from the NCAA about this, or do you understand, knowing the inner workings, why the timing is working out the way it is?
Oh, there was a little bit last week, but again, whatever happens, happens. The NCAA runs college football. We got to have a sheriff. They're the sheriff of all of our teams. So as coaches and administrators, we understand they do have a difficult job, and we just had to wait it out, see what happened. Okay.
With a player as dynamic as A.J. Green, how do you go into a football game not knowing if he's going to play against you or not? I mean, he's one of the top playmakers in the country. He didn't play last week. How do you approach facing Georgia with such a big question mark with such a key player?
Again, I think as our defensive staff will prepare if he's there or if he's not there. I don't know if we haven't even really talked to Coach Johnson about it yet, but I'm sure if he does play, that there's certain coverages you might use a little bit more than others. But other than that, we got to stop their run game. We got to stop. They got some other good receivers there too now. He's not the only one they got. So we got to go out and play football and play as hard as we can with very few mistakes. That's what we need to worry about. We don't need to worry about if their receiver, their left guard, or their defensive tackle. Some guy could get hurt in practice this week on either team. So that's something you can't control, and you can't concern yourself about that.
You've won 9 out of your last 10 home games. Coach, how important is it?
We have played better at home. We have played better at home.
In terms of building a program, how important is it to establish dominance at home?
Yeah, well, I think our fans have been instrumental. They really have. And last week it was, extremely loud for 3 quarters anyway. Sort of got sluggish at the end. I think we all almost went to sleep there in that 4th quarter. But anyway, our fans have been super, and our players enjoy playing here. And obviously last year or some years past, we've not played that well on the road. And some years past, we didn't play that well at home. So we are, I think, feeling more comfortable here. And I think it's just a feeling. You got to have a feeling good things are going to happen for you if you play all out, play smart. And we played a little bit smarter. I know the one we lost here, we didn't play real smart. Had one crucial play that took us out of the ball game. But that's history. Can't do anything about it except learn from it and try not to allow it to happen the next time. I think we've played pretty well in the 12 o'clock games also, I believe, here especially. Was the Clemson game noon? It was a nooner, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. It seems like in the bright sunshine here, we've had pretty good success over the years also. So hopefully all that will add up for the Gamecocks.
Coach, Mark Rich, Georgia's 4-0 coming in here at Williams-Brice Stadium. How much is them expecting to win in here comes to play in terms of the game?
Yeah, Georgia, they've had good success here, but like I've said, I don't think that has any bearing on this game this year. 2 different teams And the team that prepares and plays the best with the fewest mistakes will probably win it here Saturday. So sometimes prior history doesn't have to continue. So we're hoping we can change that a bit here Saturday.
I think your relationship with Coach Rick goes back a long time, back to his days when he was assistant coach over at Florida State. Talk about your relationship with him over the years and how it's developed.
Yeah, a little bit. I think first time I ever talked with Mark was actually at the Heisman the year their quarterback won it, the one that played for the Carolina Panthers. Winky, yeah. Yeah, almost forgot about Winky. So anyway, we were up there, and he was in position to be interviewed for a head coaching job. And I think Georgia was coming open, and either North Carolina or Virginia, some school in the ACC, was coming open then. And I sort of advised him to take that one in the ACC, but he took the one at Georgia. I think we only had one game against each other in 2001 down there. Correct. I believe he came in 2001. Correct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. So anyway, we only had one game against each other down there. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's one of the good guys in coaching. Follows the rules. Really concerned about his players. And yeah, I got a lot of admiration for Mark and really all the coaches at Georgia.
Steve, scheduling-wise, it seems like you always start out with a fairly strong team. Is it because you know that Georgia's coming up on the schedule, or would you rather kind of have one of those 1AAs to kind of work out some of the kinks before you really get going in the season?
I don't know. We just don't have any of those real small schools. It seems like everybody's playing at least one or two of them now. But anyway, our schedule is a little more difficult, but it's always going to be that way here. We play 8 conference games in Clemson. We try to play a team in the ACC, so it only gives you about 2 choice games. Some schools have at least 3 to 4 choice games. But that's the way it is, and it may hurt the overall record a little bit. But as far as trying to compete for the SEC championship, I don't think it hurts you at all. But it gives you a challenge every week. Yeah, it really does. So hopefully that'll make us a little tougher. I don't know.
Coach, against Southern Miss, you used the dual quarterback system with Shaw and Garcia. Are we going to see more of that against Georgia, or are you going to try and stick more with one?
Yeah, we used 4 quarterbacks in that game, as you may know. We were trying to get 5 in there, but we didn't get the onside kick. Seth Strickland was going in there at the end, but we didn't get our 5th one in there. But anyway, yeah, we hope to use Gilmore a little bit. And Connor, yeah, he may be in there first half again. I don't know. But Connor, he may lead the nation in that passing efficiency rankings. Anybody got the latest stat on that? Bart, you got it? He's hitting 80%, 1 touchdown, I don't know how many yards, so forth. But yeah, he played pretty well in there. But he took, well, he didn't take a sack. We had nowhere to throw it a couple times. But yeah, the one time he said Kenny wasn't looking at him when he ran with it, and I said, you got to hit him in the back of the helmet if he's not looking, because you can't hold it any longer. So anyway, he's doing fine. He's got a ways to go, but he's doing pretty well.
As an offensive guy, do you enjoy seeing a new face come in the league, coaching wise? I'm talking about Grantham. You have so much familiarity with the other guys. You kind of know what you're going to do against them. Do you enjoy a new challenge, as it were?
Oh, I think even Coach Grantham will tell you the players are going to make all of us look good or bad. Whoever I'm coaching, whoever he's coaching. But he has got a little different scheme of things, a little bit different type of scheme than a lot of people. So hopefully we'll have a little different kind of scheme than maybe the NFL has seen in the last several years, so forth, as far as the spreads and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. But again, the players you have, that's what makes you really a real good coach or not, usually. And he's got a lot of good athletes on his defense right now, a lot of them. at all the positions. They're very active, quick, strong, and all that. So it's a challenge, yeah.
Steve, because of the holiday weekend, the big game yesterday, the polls don't come out until later this afternoon. There's a good chance the Gamecocks may get ranked. Does that matter before this week, whether it's a matchup of two unranked team or two ranked teams or an unranked team versus a ranked team?
Well, we'd rather be ranked than not ranked, but other than that, I don't think it matters.
Steve, do you have to kind of temper the way that you build up this game to your team? You've already talked about the winner of this. It kind of gives you a leg up on the SEC East race. Are you worried that if you lose this, then the players start thinking they've been eliminated from the race after just one conference game?
Well, no, we haven't talked about the race. We're just talking about playing our best against Georgia. That's all. I mean, we know the winner is in better shape than the loser, but that doesn't mean I think the year we won it, we lost our last 5 or 6 in a row, didn't we? Something like that. Last 5, I guess. So every game it's just like I said, it's the first of hopefully a lot of big games. And the more you win, the bigger the games get. And we're believing we got a pretty good team, but we don't know what kind of team we got yet. I don't think Georgia really knows yet either. We're all young in our season, early, and we're just thinking one game at a time, and I'm sure they are too. And we all realize whoever wins is better shape than the other one. Yep. Okay.
On the injury front, DJ, Antonio, are they expected to be back?
Yeah, DJ Swearinger should be able to play. His concussion was not all that severe, although it held him out of practice until I think today he's supposed to practice. Antonio, hopefully he can run around some today and tomorrow. He hasn't done anything in about a week now. So we would like to get him back. He's on about all the special teams and had an excellent preseason until he slightly pulled his hamstring last week. So he's still wait and see, though, really.
Same thing with Shaq, kind of.
Shaq's he had a severe pull. I mean, he's been out over a month now, and I don't think he's been redshirted. We've even tossed that around. He may not be able to get back this year. I mean, he pulled it badly.
Steve, Georgia's one of those programs in the SEC that even when if they're down for a few years, it seems like it doesn't take them very long to kind of get back towards the top. You know, Tennessee, you were at a place like Florida where that was the case. Is it tradition? Is it having a whole state full of recruits who want to go there year after year? I mean, what is it about that level of program?
Well, Georgia's right there with Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, maybe, with tradition, and plus Georgia's now in really the state that had produced more, I think, Division I players than the state of Florida last year. Correct? So high school football is very good in Georgia, and they generally, not always, but they generally get most of the kids in Georgia that they want generally. But there's so many they can't take them all, and that's why really so many schools go into Georgia now almost just as much as they used to go into Florida. There's high school football is that good in that state. So anyway, yeah, they've like you said, they've got all the things as far as tradition, facilities in a state that loves football. So they got all those kind of things.
Does that make it crazy for a guy like you trying to turn a program like this?
Well, it's yeah, there's a lot of states like that, and we're doing a better job getting the top players out of our state, but it's helpful for us to do that. And you can only put 11 at a time out there. You know, you just got to, their 85 might rank higher than your 85, but you can only put 11 at a time out there. Boise State last night, I heard the announcer say that over the last 5 years or something, they've been ranked 75th in recruiting. So that tells you recruiting is important, but it's not everything. So you got to give great admiration to those Boise guys. They play football year-round there. They love lifting weights. They take their sport very seriously, and that's why they're damn good. Give Boise, their coaches, and their players credit for the commitment that they make there. And that's how you do it. You don't have to always be at, a big state university that has all the facilities. You can do it the way they do it. Give those guys credit.